Welcome to the Veterans Online Summit. My name is Larry Peacock, and I am the host of the summit. And it's going to be completely free this weekend. So definitely watch all the videos. The schedule is up. If you look on my Facebook profile for Larry Peacock, the complete schedule is up for the Veterans Online Summit. So definitely take notes while you're watching all the speakers. Each of the speakers present a different online business model, and that was the purpose of the summit, is just to kind of expose you to all the business models for starting an online business. If you want all-time access, like an all-access pass that you can watch the videos at any time you want after this weekend, you can upgrade to that pass at veteransonlinesummit.com. We'll also be providing workbooks that will correlate to each of the interviews that will help you dive more into that. As far as our Facebook group, look for Funnel Vets, FUNNELVETS, Funnel Vets on Facebook. All right, I hope you guys have a great time. Thank you so much for joining us at the Veterans Online Summit, and I'll see you on the high ground. Wake up, you. All right, my fellow veterans. How you all doing? I got my good friend here, Jeffery Banek. How you doing, sir?
What's up, man? Good to see you. Good to be here.
All right, I'm so stoked that you're here. And, sir, if you don't mind, go ahead and introduce yourself. And I do believe that you are a veteran, sir.
Yeah, I'm a vet. I was actually in the Navy. I was a medic with Marines. Did that for 4 years back from 92 to 96, man. That is a long time ago now. But yeah, so I did that, served my country, loved doing it, but got out after 4 years and got into, actually right after that, I got into fitness. I started doing stuff in gyms and doing personal training, all this type of stuff. Long story short, I one day during one of my training sessions, I'd been working on, this was in 2010, it was before apps or anything, but this is like the first ever fitness like training, like because I've been doing training for like 15 years now. I put it all into this I wanted to build out a program with it. One of my clients one day decides that he's going to invest $100,000 in this idea with me. We built it all out. At that time there wasn't ClickFunnels, there wasn't any of this type of stuff. And we had an actual development team there, and they really ran the project over. And this is what made ClickFunnels so amazing when I get to that in a minute, because like to move a headline or something, it was like $1,500, or to do something over here is like, and next thing you know, we're ready to launch, but we went through all of the 100,000 that he'd set aside. And I hadn't been working for a year now. All I'd been doing is working on this project. And all of a sudden the gentleman says, I don't think I'm going to do anymore. I'm going to call quits. I'm just going to cut my losses. Yeah, after spending $100,000, he moves to Puerto Rico, and I'm just sitting here like, okay, now what do I do? So I try and get a job. And during this year, unfortunately, I hadn't been working out as much. I've been working on this project, so I got fat. I was older now, so I couldn't get a job working in the fitness anymore. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing here. Tori, my wife, supporting me the whole time. I started getting into sales and training. I've been hearing from this guy in fitness named Bedros Keuilian, and all of a sudden, one day he's like sort of mentoring my training for fitness, and he holds up this book one day from this dude named Russell Brunson called Dotcom Secrets. So mind you, like I'm trying to find my path now. I'm like trying to figure out fitness. That's obvious. Yeah, there it is. Exactly. I've got it right there on the shelf too. Brother. Yeah, like literally that book changed my life. Like reading that book, Bedros Keuilian was like a fitness sales type guru over there. And he, Bedros said, read it. I read it. And when I did, it was like, oh my gosh, everything over the last year that I've been, because this has been about a year since I had not been working, and Tori supported us, everything started making sense. Like this is amazing. I go full on into ClickFunnels. This was in March 2 years ago. So about right now, 2 years ago is when this all happened individually. Wow, talk about crazy timing.
2 years
and I start reading everything I get about Russell Brunson, like everything. ClickFunnels, like I'm literally falling asleep on my keyboard watching videos, just learning everything I can about ClickFunnels. And on April 4th, I decided to get this tattoo.
Oh,
yeah, the funnel hacker ClickFunnels tattoo there as like a promise to myself that I'm going to do something great in ClickFunnels or be some weirdo with a ClickFunnels tattoo.
What the hell was that?
Going all in, you know, like just like all of our brothers and sisters. Yeah, just like all of our brothers, sisters in service, man. I went all in on this.
Whoa,
like,
all in.
Right. And then so I'm going all in, I'm helping everybody out, and this is how I'm learning ClickFunnels is just by providing value in the group. I'm just teaching everything. If it has a question, I'm finding out the answer. I'm learning. I'm just studying everything I can about digital marketing. And then out of nowhere, ClickFunnels has grown from 35,000 to now it's 78,000.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, ClickFunnels gives the top 10 contributors to the group. Yeah. And out of 78,000 people, I was the second highest contributor in the group.
That's crazy. And that's 78,000 paying members, correct?
At that time, I think they only had probably about half were paying, so it was only 30. Now it's 75,000. But yeah, the group is now 200 grand, and it was 78,000 in the group. So fast forward about 2 weeks later, where this guy, again, I don't know who he is, named Kevin David, posted in the ClickFunnels group that he wants help with his funnels. So I'm like, well, I'll help you with your funnels. And he's like, well, what have you done? And I'm like, well, I've studied all this. I know, and they just gave me this award as second highest contributor. He's like, well, let's go. Let's try it out. We built everything out. That was May 17th we launched. 57 days later, we got the first 2 comma for $1.2 million in sales in the first 57 days.
Dude.
Then about 4 months later, we launched another course, his second course over here, where we did $1 million with that. And now the first course is actually in just over 18 months has done $10 million in sales.
Yeah. Stop real quick. $10 million in sales with one sales funnel with one course. Over $10 million in sales. And I was there at Funnel Hacking Live in February, and I met Jeff there and in person, and he is known as the Funnel Doc, by the way, the Funnel Doc. And I got to meet you in person, brother. I got to see you go on stage with the do you call it the 10X award? Is that what it is? Or
yeah, well, it's 8-figure award is what
the
they call it.
8-figure award.
8-figure award.
And so that's impressive, sir. I mean,
yeah, thank you.
Most people are trying to go for the 2 comma, and you're hitting the 8-figure. That's pretty impressive, sir.
Well, here's the amazing thing, though, with ClickFunnels is even though I've had such success, is even the people that are just able to make 10,000, 15,000 extra a month, like that's life-changing for the average person. And ClickFunnels and everything that they've done has allowed people to be able to do that. I think they have like 500 people have gotten 2 commas. There's 27 people have gotten the 8-figure award now. So it's just crazy, man.
And I just interviewed Blake Newbar, right?
Oh, nice.
Freaking solid guy, totally nice guy. And
awesome dude.
He only took off. He started this only 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
He's only been in it for 2 years to where the success that he's had. And then I'll also say this again, my fellow veterans that are watching. I have done now over 20 interviews, and literally without fail, every single interview, there's one thing I always hear from the speaker: you have to go all in, right? There's a point where you get to where you just have to go all in to make something happen, and it's a risk, right? It's a risk that you have to. And I went all in December, right? I went all in. I knew I had to go to Funnel Hacking Live. I had to get there. It was in February. I was like, how am I going to pay for it? I don't have any money. My wife had six surgeries last year in 2018. We were kind of tapped out. I have a great job at Amazon, and I'm a military officer, and I get decent pay there or whatnot. But 6 surgeries kind of adds up. So what I did? I sold my stock in Amazon. That's how I got there, right? So for everybody has their story. I know, Jeffrey, you have your story. The point where you're just like, I got to go all in. I got to put all this effort in, right? The guy put $100,000 into investment into a business, and he just takes off to Puerto Rico, and you're like, what am I going to do? And that's that point, right? That freaking resiliency that a military veteran has, and you push through, and here you are, sir.
This is the part that I hadn't even told yet, was while that 2 years leading up to where I experienced Dotcom Secrets, my wife was supporting us during this time because I was trying to figure everything out. She out of nowhere loses her job,
Whoa.
And we go from paycheck to paycheck to no check, man.
Roger that.
Like, it was like we had to pawn her ring to be able to pay rent. Like,
Whoa.
it was terrible, man.
Bro.
So to be able to have this go from, like, literally we're here, I'm in Las Vegas, we're standing in food lines getting benefits from the government because we can't pay rent or food. And then here it is 2 years later, got a 10X award. So not that I didn't get that, Kevin got it, but I was the one that made everything for the
whole. You made it happen. Let's jump right into funnel agencies, right? Kind of the topic of our interview here. So tell me about, what you got cooking there. And also right before that, let me know about the summits. So you do the Doc Summit, I believe is what.
Right. So we have the Funnel Doc Virtual Summit that's actually coming up. That's going to be, I don't know how in relation to this, but it's April 15th through the 19th.
Yep, afterward.
Right. So for that, if you guys want to go check it out, do. But we've got a ton of great speakers, just like Larry does here. I have done it now. This is my second one. We did the original one in January. We had a group of 20 just amazing presenters, everything from e-com stores to CBD stuff to funnels to how to put on virtual summits, just a wide plethora of great topics of high-level entrepreneurs. Yeah. Now we have 20 more that are on, and we do that now, and it's amazing, man. It's free to get a ticket. All you got to do is get a ticket. You can come watch it. It's awesome. 4 days long, just like Larry's doing here.
Yeah.
And tons of great content. So yeah, it's amazing. And I recommend for anyone that has, the great thing about summits is you don't even have to have I'm blessed. A lot of these people are my friends.
Yeah.
But a lot of times you don't have to have a high level influence. No. You just reach out to them, and people will do stuff like summits just because they want to get their name out. Yep. They want to get impact, and they want to be able to provide value.
Yeah, absolutely. And Bailey, who is kind of my mentor for the summit, she's like the queen of virtual summits. She advises that, you could go for your rock stars, but you need to have those mid-level people, because as far as growing the summit and getting the viewership, right, your mid-level people are going to be more tenacious about growing, that growth and helping you out with that. So let's talk about funnel agencies. What is a funnel agency? So this is a business model, right? An online business model where you could make an income. What is a funnel agency? Why would you do it? What does it consist of?
Well, as you know, probably about 10 to 12 years ago, everyone started businesses, but very few people knew what a website was or even had one. You know what I mean? It was like, what's a website? Who needs that? Now, I don't care if you're some old grandma starting up doing like knitting and you're selling it online. Everyone gets a website now.
Yep.
The problem is, as you know, websites are like a brick wall. There's 20 other million things that can happen. They can go watch a YouTube. They can go to social media. They can go over here. When your real point is to get them to opt in and become a lead, or to sell them something, which are the points of funnels. What's soon going to happen is everyone's going to realize websites are great for info. Like if I go to Coke, I can't buy a soda from Coke, but I can go there and find out everything about the brand, what's going on, who they are, what they represent. That's what websites are for. Websites are soon going to fall into only that spot, and funnels are going to take over everything else. Right. So what a funnel agency is they use funnels, whether it's ClickFunnels or WordPress or whatever, but they use the strategies and techniques for funnels, so they're able to get higher leads and more sales. And they also use email and messenger bot for follow-up and re-engagement, so you create this whole ecosystem. And one of the great things now is when I'm teaching this is if you go on an ad right now for, let's say, a gym, like we were talking about fitness earlier, you'll see on there's at the top, if I type in gym near me, there'll be like 10 or 15 ads at the top. If you click on them, over 70% don't go to a funnel. They just go to a website and they're like, hey, hope you find out what's going on. So what I teach my students are to approach those people that are already paying for traffic, get in front of them and show them the future, how funnels, because that's the thing too, you can guarantee if they're running traffic just to a website, they're not re-engaging with their email list. They might be sending out a stupid newsletter or something like that, but they're not running like a no, like, and trust campaign. They're not doing re-engagement. They're not doing abandoned cart when people don't buy and stuff. Like, there's so much that can happen behind the scenes. And that's what a funnel agency is. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So, but also clarify, can one person run a funnel agency?
Oh, yeah. That's the amazing thing. Like, of course, there's a limitation. Probably you're looking about the 10 to 20 grand a month, which is pretty good for most people.
Yeah.
But right around that ceiling, depending on how much you're charging your clients or when you're going to top out as a single person, and you're going to need to start scaling it out and getting other people in specialized categories. But initially, everything we're teaching is a solopreneur. You might get a VA or something like that, but it's really your own business, and you could scale that up to like close to $1 million, a year.
Yeah.
You could get that. You get that up to 20, 25 grand. What's that? That's 250. You start scaling it up. You get like 4 other people. There's times 4. That's $1 million.
Yeah. So a funnel agency, you could start out as your own, right? Solo with a funnel agency, and you're saying you're making roughly $10,000 to $20,000 a month. Now, to scale, then that's when you want to start adding pieces, adding people who are, subject matter experts of their chosen field. Is that
right? What I like to do when you scale is, if you have one specialty, like me, I'm really good at funnels. I'm good at all the stuff, but I'm really good at funnels. I would stay in the funnels, but then I get other experts to fill those other voids. So now I'm able to do 4 times the amount of work if I have 4 people. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So it's really at that point, like if I'm doing messenger bots, find somebody to do messenger bots. Okay, so here's your piece. Find somebody to do emails. Here's your piece. Some of it's really, the cool thing about it though, is like the emails and messenger bots are all templates that I'm giving you. Like literally you'll able to download them in your account, change out some stuff, and here you go. They're running up and making you money. So
yeah. You alluded, and there's this other point that you kind of alluded to real quick. And I like to throw out some terms that they could start learning, right? The vets can start learning. So the concept of retargeting, and they get retargeted all the time. They don't even know it, right?
Right.
And that's the power of a funnel. That's the power of a funnel. Can you tell them what retargeting is and how that kind of works?
Right. Well, there's 2 different ways. There's retargeting through Facebook ads, of course, where there's a pixel on a website. And then they hit that, but we're not doing ads right now. We're strictly going off of follow-up retargeting, whereas you'll opt in for, say, a cheat sheet or a guide, or maybe to watch a video or something. You'll be and for those watching, the term opt-in means I'm going to exchange my email and name for something of value. It could be a cheat sheet or some type of little PDF or something like the top 10 ways to shoot the, AK-47 or something like that, or whatever, and keep it in terms that everybody understands here. But it's the type of little guide that I'm going to give my name and email for. And because of that, that person now has what we call a list. A list is a grouping of every email they've ever got. Now, here's what people don't realize. When you're doing this right, on the low end, you should make $1 for every name on your list. Some of these businesses that aren't doing stuff right have 10 and 15,000 people on their list. So you just go in and show them all this stuff, this follow-up, like how to re-engage them. So first of all, one of the things we're going to do is we're going to send out emails doing what we call know, like, and trust. It's where you're building a level of authority so that they know now who you are, what you represent, and when they're finally ready to make a purchase, you're the only brand they can think about.
Wow, that's awesome. That's incredible. Well, I appreciate it, man. Jeffrey, you've spent so much knowledge, and man, and I got to meet you again. I got to meet you in person. You're a freaking tall guy, brother. How tall are you, man? Like 6'7"? No,
6'5".
6'5", yeah. 6'6" or 6'7" when you get on the basketball court. That's what I always I'm 6'3", but 6'4" when I'm on the court. But yeah, man, real likable, man. And you're my brother in arms. And right as we met, man, we took that picture with the flag, right? I was just like, I know, freaking America, brother. I love it, dude. I love it. So I appreciate you, brother. And where, for people to get a hold of you, where can they best reach out to you, sir?
Just go to funneldoc.com, funneldoc.com. Hey, and everyone watching, all the vets that are here that, You know, I know it's rough sometimes. You get out, you don't know what you're going to do, what path you're going to do, what's going to happen, but realize there are so many people out there like Larry and the ClickFunnels group, and there's so much potential online. Like when I got out and I was doing fitness and things, I thought the best thing I could ever have was maybe own my own little gym or something, or have a franchise or something. I didn't realize the potential that the internet can give you. So you have a skill, or do you have some type of knowledge base that you can share with people? The internet and things like ClickFunnels allow you to do that. So don't be afraid to go all in, because it's going to be the difference from you having a future and being a statistic. And no, we don't want any more statistics in this world.
Man. Yeah, absolutely. And man, what a great opportunity this has been to, you know, to interview all these guys that, you know, men and women that just do this for a living. You know, for you, sir, this is what you do, correct?
Oh yeah, this is all I do, man. All I do is the funnel doc stuff.
That's amazing, you know. Yeah, and so the opportunities are there, my fellow veterans, and it does take work, though, Roger. Yeah. So and it's a real business. It's a real business that takes work. You pay your taxes and all that. So, but it's there, and the opportunity is there. And you know, Jeffrey here, he's a student of success, right? And he's been able to be successful with it. So I appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much for going on, sir.
No worries, man. It was a pleasure, and I appreciate your time. And hey, everyone, you got this. Don't worry about it, man. You're just one step away from success.
Ooh, one funnel away. All right, to my fellow veterans, I'll see you on the high ground. Hello, my fellow veterans. Thank you so much for watching the interview. I hope you got a lot of value out of that interview. Definitely go back and take a pen and paper and take some notes, right? Go back and watch that interview again. At the top of the hour, we will have another interview. And now with all the speakers that we have at the Veterans Online Summit, a majority of them have provided what we call a free lead magnet, where you can learn more about them and some kind of education for you. But here's what I want you all to do. Here's what I want you all to do. Number one, go to Facebook group and add yourself to Funnel Vets. FUNNELVETS. I want you guys to become a part of Funnel Vets, okay? And all it is a group of military veterans that are interested in online entrepreneurship, mainly with ClickFunnels, okay? And the second thing I want you to do is if you're ready to go all in, which I hope you are, if you're ready to go all in, kind of the first initial steps that you can take, there's a couple of things that are very key, okay? There's 2 books in particular that I really want you to get right off the bat. And I'll get you the affiliate link for those books. But the first one is Dotcom Secrets, and this is the digital online marketing guide. Okay, it's like the Bible for digital online marketing and learning how to sell online. Okay, and that's by Russell Brunson of ClickFunnels. Then you have his second book, Expert Secrets. This is an amazing book, Expert Secrets, that I want you guys to pick up. And this is teaches you how to get paid for your advice, okay? And you're going to learn all about that, you know, using persuasion to sell your product or service. Again, this is called Expert Secrets. Again, that's by Russell Brunson. Now, when you're looking to scale your business, you're going to be looking for a book called The Dream 100. This is revolutionary. I can't even tell you how amazing this book is. I'll get you the link for that, okay? All 3 of these books, these are like kind of the main books here. All 3 of them are free plus shipping, right? You're just going to pay for some shipping. The other thing that I want you to consider getting, another book from ClickFunnels. Again, they provide a lot, right? But what they provide is something called the cookbook. This is free as well. You just pay the shipping costs. But in the cookbook, for when you're learning how you get the ClickFunnels software, I'm going to get you a link and get you 2 weeks free to use the software. And when you use that software, this has everything you need to know about building online software or building a sales funnel, okay, and the different types of funnels that you can create, okay? This is step by step, and it's called the Funnel Hackers Cookbook, okay? Again, that's free plus shipping, all right? And then also, my good buddy, if you're interested in learning how to write persuasively, again, if you're interested in learning how to write persuasively, Jim Edwards, who's a speaker on the summit, this book's not even available yet, but it's going to be available. And I know he'll want to get that too. He's a huge supporter of veterans. He gave me this book, and that's Copywriting Secrets. Okay. Again, it's a lot, but I'm trying to get you guys the stuff that's necessary that will propel you, okay, over the next person who doesn't have this amazing material, okay? These are like foundational books. These are foundational books, okay? Now, if you only could get 2 books, only 2, again, you'd get these 2. If you just, kind of low on money, you have to. I'm a freaking officer. That's command authority right there. I'm giving you an order that you have to get these 2 books, okay? Definitely get these 2 books to start, and then moving forward from there, look to get the other books. Now, lastly, there's something called the One Funnel Away Challenge, and it's a 30-day challenge where you are going to commit to yourself about an hour a day, hour to 2 hours a day to learning ClickFunnels, okay? And you will have 3 amazing coaches, Russell Brunson, Julie Stowen, and Stephen Larson, who's a military officer himself back in the day, okay? And they'll be coaching you through the One Funnel Away Challenge. With that, it's $100, right? It's $100 for this thing, and you'll get all the trainings every single day, videos and whatnot online, and you'll get this box that will come in the mail to you, and this box is full of a ton of goodies, okay? One thing that's included in is this 30 days book. You suddenly lose everything in 30 days. What would you do? And they took 30 of the top ClickFunnels experts who use the software for different types of things. And they said, you have 30 days and all you have is the ClickFunnels software. What are you going to do to get back on your feet? Okay. It's 30 different case studies of completely different things that you can do to get back on your feet with in the online marketing world. And with the One Funnel Away Challenge comes the workbook, okay? So again, just to recap, this is the One Funnel Away Challenge is something that I've done that almost every funnel hacker has done. It's $100 and it lasts 30 days. I'll get you the link for that, and that's something that you can check out. But again, these are the 2 books that you want to start off with, okay? Dotcom Secrets and Expert Secrets. All right, immerse yourself in ClickFunnels. Just immerse yourself in ClickFunnels, and that's how you do it, starting off with those books. And I hope that's going to, I know it's going to be really helpful for you. I know it's going to be really helpful for you. Again, if you want to go all in, this is how you do it, okay? You know how you do it? You take out your credit card, you take out your debit card, and you pay for it, right? Because all of us have, before you, have done the very same thing, and you're going to be asking your potential clients to take out their wallet, and you got to be comfortable doing the same thing, okay? That's how it works in this game, and it takes a lot of hard work, but I'm excited to be there with you every freaking step of the way, okay? And lastly, I have some huge opportunities for you. I am an Inner Circle partner of Tier 5, the Tier 5 software, meaning I have the ability to sell software. And I also have the ability to create partnerships on a limited basis so that they have the ability to sell software under me. So if that interests you, I'm going to give you some free software just to check it out, to check out our product line, and to be able to, whatever you decide to do, if you decide to create online courses, if you decide to write a book, if you decide to do digital marketing, if you decide to be a life coach, if you can add software to your offer, you make that offer even more irresistible, okay? Again, you make that offer more irresistible to where clients will want to take up that offer and give their money to you, okay? And so I'm going to give you some opportunity to check out the Tier 5 software, and I hope that is really helpful to you guys, okay? So again, you have to go all in. That's all I'm asking. You may not believe in yourself. Sometimes you'll doubt yourself, but the one thing you will never do is you'll never give up on yourself. Cool? All right, on to the next interview. I appreciate you guys.